everybody, and welcome to another episode of Fake Therapy. Today, it's just me here, just talking to myself and talking to you because I don't know. I'd like to incorporate the solo thing a little bit more so that it gives people a chance to get to know me a little bit better because it's a place for vulnerability and honesty and just shedding some light on your true feelings. And who am I to ask people to do that without doing that myself? You know what I mean? So I like to make some extra time every now and then to just sit here and say hello to you as a listener, my listeners, my friends, my babies, my family. I love you guys so much. I've had so many people here and there come up to me and reach out to me saying that they're happy that I've brought the podcast back, which means a lot to me, and just people that I didn't even know before that have been listening to me this whole time and have really enjoyed just this content, I guess, that I'm putting out there. It means a lot to me. It really does. So thank you. Thank you for listening. It keeps me doing the thing, I guess, doing whatever this is that I am doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, hello. Today, I'm feeling calm, feeling good about things. I feel like I'm in a very calm place. I don't feel like anything is too chaotic for me right now or too much. I don't feel very sad or very mad. I just feel happy and content right now, and that's good. I'll be thankful for that. Updates with me. Did you know that I, all by myself, signed up for health insurance? Yay! Man, seriously, it wasn't so easy. It wasn't easy. Okay, health insurance, one of those things that I've thought for a while was just out of my realm of things that I could handle on my own. Seems a little too grown up for me. I was very intimidated of the process. I was one of those people that had been riding the health insurance plan of my parents up until like I seriously couldn't anymore because I got too old. So I've just been so intimidated to get it on my own and just didn't really put the effort in to look into it or anything. And it just seemed like way too hard. And then my friend was telling me how she was signing up her partner for health insurance and how it was super easy and super simple. But I only had like 2 weeks to sign up, or I couldn't like have health insurance for the year, which is something that I just learned. I didn't know that you had to do it by a certain time or you couldn't get it by the whole year. I thought you could just get it whenever you wanted throughout the year. Anyway, so that wasn't the case, and I just found out 2 weeks before the deadline, and I was like, okay, like maybe let me try. And I was in such a rush. It felt so hectic. There was so much that I didn't understand, and I was in tears over the situation. I was hovering over my phone on the health insurance website trying to figure out everything, and I was seriously in tears, breaking down crying over it. And I don't know if anybody out there is the same way, kind of just like gets so frustrated over little normal tasks that they just like break down and cry because they don't know how to just like cope, I guess. I don't know. Well, that's what I was doing. And then I reached out to my friend who was like, you don't have to feel this way, Bubba. I'll help you. And that meant so much to me. She helped me. She taught me what deductible means. Oh my gosh. So nice. So nice to have friends. People that care about you to help you sign up for health insurance when you feel like the world's ending and you can't do it. She helped me so much. And this girl got health insurance. I got health insurance and I've got dental insurance. Something that I really felt like I just like put off and was like, I'm not good enough to have health insurance. I'm not good enough to figure out how to get it. And I got it. And here I am putting my health insurance cards in my wallet like a big girl. And it made me feel so adult, so grown, so independent that I could do it, man. And I told my mom, and she said, welcome to adulthood. And I was like, okay, thank you. I mean, yeah, you're right. Thank you. I'll accept the compliment. But yeah, if I can do it, you can do it. And I feel almost confident that now I could help somebody else do it. Sign them up for health insurance, you know? What a relief off of my shoulders being able to do that. It's an accomplishment. Yeah, I would say so. A lot of people in the world have health insurance, but I just got it, and it's a big deal to me. So yeah, that's something I'm really happy about. Just being able to practice self-care in a real way, a real mature way, having health insurance to literally take care of my body and my health, which is something that I've really tried to place importance on. My health. My health is very important to me right now, and I don't think it will ever not be important to me again. It's something that helps me feel better, mentally better, that I have that security and that I'm taking care of my health. What else? I went viral. Oh my gosh, guys, I went viral. Which it sounds like, wow, Mar, you really finally went viral. And yeah, I did, but it's like not what you think. I was on TikTok when I went viral, which I guess it's easy to go viral. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to downgrade it because I did go viral. I did that. I was at the nail salon getting my pedicure done, and I was sitting there thinking, wow, I'm like amazed by all the dead skin she's getting off of my feet right now. I work so hard, you know, that I have so much dead skin on my feet, and it's like piling up on this little towel that this lady is like shredding off my feet. And I made a short little video, not showing the woman's face, of course, because I don't like that. I made a short little video of her hand scrubbing my feet violently with this pile of like just dead skin from my feet sitting right next to her. And I'm just zooming in on the dead skin. And the caption is, this woman should sue me for this or something, because honestly, it was grotesque. But I guess me, I'm like the kind of person that will like watch videos of like pimple popping and like the ingrown hair getting removed and people getting ingrown toenails removed and like deep dive pedicures and just gross stuff that's like really relieving to me. So I'm like, I'm just going to make a silly little video of like how gross this is that all this stuff's coming off my foot. Anyway, it was like a short little video, and I almost posted it to my Instagram story because I was like, this is gnarly. But then I was like, it might be too much, honestly. Like I did have it in my head, like it maybe have been too much. So I didn't post in my Instagram story, but then I was like, maybe this is like TikTok appropriate. Because sometimes with the different platforms, it's like, obviously like Facebook is like the family vibe. Instagram, maybe you could be like more sexy vibe. And like TikTok is like something else in my head, at least. I don't know. So I posted a TikTok about it, of that video. And yeah, like in a day or two, I was reaching up to like 1 million views. And I was like, what is viral? What, I even Googled it, like what makes you viral? And I guess it's like 1 million views and then you're technically viral. I don't know. So I was like, okay, if I get 1 million views, I'm viral. And everyone was commenting on it and liking it. A lot of comments of people hating on me, actually. Like, People are like, you're so gross. I was eating. That's foot cheese, foot cheese, foot cheese, foot cheese. You're so disgusting. Um, People are so grossed out by me. And yeah, that not only did I surpass 1 million views, I looked today and it's like 4.2 million views. Not 1 million likes though. People don't like it, but they are seeing it. And they can't unsee it. They're really affected by it. They're really grossed out, mainly. But I went viral, right? It's just so silly of like all the things that I've like put out there on camera, on audio. That's the thing I go viral for. But I haven't made a video since. That was like a couple weeks ago, so I might be done for. Like I could have built on that and I could have like ran with the fame, but I feel like things like that, if I don't keep posting like 5 videos a day for every day, I'm just gonna fall off. So I might have fallen off of TikTok already and I might not ever go viral again. I don't know if that's really gonna help me at all, this foot video. I don't know. So yeah, that's nice. But I guess it hasn't all been like super rainbows of like I'm only doing good, I'm only going viral, I'm only like being happy and calm. It's not just that. I have talked a lot about going through like highs and lows. I like to be open about that as far as like, like everything's not perfect. And I have experienced lows. I feel like I'm not on like a super high manic high right now, but I am like feeling pretty neutral. So maybe now is a good time for me to talk about like a low that I have experienced lately. And I guess I have a few internal struggles, but one of my internal struggles lately, and which hasn't really been a thing since I've gotten a little bit older, is that now I'm like really thinking about like my race and stuff. It's like a huge deal in my head, like all the time now. And like, it's not even in a way of like, people think that it's like cool to be like ethnic and it's cool that I'm Asian and stuff like that. And like, I even have people come up to me to be like, oh my God, I wish I was Asian like you, which makes me feel really weird and has maybe even like triggered the weirdness of the internal struggle and stuff like that with me. Because even though it is like, I guess, cool to like be ethnic or whatever you guys are saying to me, I don't think that you understand like the struggles of things that go on in my mind because you guys are like being weird to me. Like, I don't know. It's been super weird. Like, it's weird. I don't know. And I'm not like mad at anybody for like trying to be nice, but in some instances, it's really damaging. Okay, so let me talk about this one particular situation. So I was out of town with some friends, some best friends. All of my best friends live very far away from each other. So whenever we do get together, it's like a huge deal. I kind of have to like turn myself on as far as like I got to turn on the positive me. I got to turn on the what's it called? Not the opposite of shy, the outgoing me. I got to turn on the fun me, and I have to like be very on, as I like to describe it. Even if like sometimes I'm not feeling it at that time, like anxiety can kind of creep up on you and the weirdest ways at the weirdest, wrongest times. But I know right now I'm supposed to be like fun and happy and I'm supposed to be on. So I don't know. There was just one of these days that I was there and everything was fine, but I just felt like really anxious. Like from the time that I woke up, I felt anxious and like I just wanted to be home and I didn't want to have to be entertaining, which a lot of times when you're like with your friends, you don't want to be like a bummer and you want to be like entertaining, you want to be funny, you want to be like a fun person to be around. But on this day, I was really like just not feeling it. And I was like probably didn't have to, but like in my head, I was like, just pretend like you're cool and pretend like you're good. Okay. So like already at the beginning of the day, I was just not feeling it, not feeling good. I just wish that I was like at home because I just felt anxious. So yeah, daytime feeling anxious, blah, blah, blah. Later that night, we're supposed to like go out, which is like, that's what we do. We go out and we like go drink and stuff. And since I'm feeling anxious and I'm not feeling like being very social, I'm like, maybe if I drink, I won't feel that way. So, yeah, that's not ever a good idea for me. I have to make a vow to myself to not drink when I'm feeling anxious because of times like this. But I did, and I was like getting really drunk, and I was having a really good time, okay? I was meeting friends, I guess, of people that like knew my other friends, and I don't always feel like the most social butterfly, and I feel guilty about that because I know that people want to hear from me and they want to like see me be like the best, coolest version of myself and like just be like, I don't know what they want from me. I do know what they want from me, but I just can't give 100% sometimes. 100% social butterfly is what I mean, I guess. I feel like people want me to be like Miss Popular or something or act like that because I like look like I don't even want to say I look like a popular pretty girl, but like I kind of do feel that way, that because I'm a pretty person that people expect me to be so like wanting to talk all the time and wanting to show off all the time and be the center of attention all the time, and I don't all the time, you know? So I feel this pressure to be social, even though I'm like drunk because I was so anxious that day. And there's this guy that's like, we're hanging out with that seems cool at first. And I think I was even like, let's be friends, like, what's your Instagram? Blah, blah, blah. We like add each other. Everything's going good. And like somewhere throughout the night, this guy just keeps like making comments to me like, you're Asian. And I'm like, yeah, no shit. I don't know. Like, he just keeps making comments about, I'm Asian and like, what kind of Asian am I? And, like, blah, 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 blah. I noticed this about you. And I know it sounds so weird. Like, oh, someone's just asking you about your ethnicity. Like, I get that. Like, but at the same time, sometimes I feel like people want to ask me my ethnicity so bad that they feel uncomfortable until they know. Like, that's the vibe I get sometimes from people. And I got this vibe from this guy kind of. And just the fact that like maybe like 5 to 10 times this dude kept bringing the conversation to something about like me being Asian. And I was like, why is he so fixated on it? At first, I didn't notice it until someone was like, I don't like how he's like pointing this out. And I think I've been in denial for a very long time of like, I don't want this to be happening. So I'm going to pretend like maybe it's just in my head and that it's not really real. He's not really trying to make a big deal about it, but he is for some reason. And I don't know why he keeps talking about it, but I'm just like, haha, anyway, like, haha, anyway, even though I'm like feeling weird. I'm feeling really weird. And it also makes me feel like I'm just like this elephant in this room of like people are just like staring at me, trying to figure it out, that it's obvious I'm different, even though like, I mean, everyone wants to be like different, right? Everyone wants to be special. Everyone wants to like stand out, I guess. But like, I don't want to stand out for this because I'm like, what? One of the only ethnic people you know? bro, like what? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But he's like pointing it out like he's never been around like a woman of color before, which makes me feel like uncomfortable. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just like went from like that to him like I guess talking to me more and like, what do you want me to tell you, dude? I'm born in America. I was raised in America. Yes, I'm an American girl. I'm an Asian American, but I can tell you're like, yeah, you're Asian, but I can tell that you're like not into anime. Like you don't know anything about anime, do you? Like what? Like, I feel like in that way he was like downplaying my intelligence too, of like, yeah, you're Asian, but you're not Asian enough. Like there are other cooler Asians out there than you. And then he was like, you're basically white, which I think that was like the nail in the coffin for me of like, okay, I went from like anxious to like trying to ignore this shit to me like breaking down in tears. Like he told me that I'm basically white and like I can make jokes like that all the time, about myself because it's a joke to myself. But like when some white dude is like telling me that I'm like a white girl when I'm not, it's just like, I don't know. It's just very upsetting to me. It's very upsetting to me. And of course, like I think maybe not every, but I think a lot of people of color who are American also struggle with like not being Asian enough, not being black enough, not being Hispanic enough, or not being Indian enough, or whatever, because they are American. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Like I can pick myself apart in my brain all I want. And I can do that enough for myself, but like for you to do that, and I just met you, dude, and eek, I just what would you have done in this situation? The logical thing for me to have done was to tell him off, say, fuck you, bitch. What the fuck? Slap him in the face, probably throw a drink in his face, kick him in the stomach. I don't know. There's a lot of things I could have done that he would have deserved. But instead, I literally froze and I was just like sobbing, crying underneath a mask, I guess. So he couldn't tell. He didn't acknowledge that I was crying. But I just like could not. I just shut down. I was like, I don't know what was happening to me. It's really hard to describe. And I don't even know why I had that reaction, but I was just like crying, sobbing. I wanted to get out of there so bad. And like, I was trying to get away from him, just trying to get away from him. And he was like following me and my friend. We were like, we don't need your help. Please leave us alone. I mean, I don't even think we said, leave me alone, because it was like scary almost. And you think you'll do something in one situation of like standing up for yourself, but sometimes when you're in the moment, it's just so scary and you don't know what to do. And why was it scary? Why was I so scared of this guy just like offending me and hyper fixating on my race? That is like also another thing that made me think a lot of like, I don't know, because I feel like there are women who get hyper fixed on for their race and suddenly they're murdered, okay? Maybe that's why I was scared, because I don't know this guy, and part of me is like, am I gonna like tell him off and put him in his place and then he gets mad at me and tries to hurt me? It just seemed like really weird and it made me really uncomfortable, and I just wanted to leave and then cry the night away, and I don't know. And then I carry all this guilt about like, I should have done this. I should have stood up for myself. Why do I always say the wrong thing? I was so upset with myself because of that. And I was really sad because I feel like it made me feel like people feel uncomfortable around me, and I surround myself with a lot of white people. That makes me wonder if they always feel weird around me. Because he was talking about it so much, it made me feel like he was uncomfortable, and then it made me uncomfortable. But I don't even know. I mean, I know now it's not my fault, but I don't know. I was honestly feeling depressed for like weeks and feeling like there was nobody I can talk to about it. And I still kind of feel that way, that like what I'm saying doesn't really make any sense, but I don't know, it was just deeply, deeply upsetting to me. And I don't know. It was just weird. I just didn't like it at all. And then it made me feel like, why don't I have more friends who are of color? And I feel guilt for that. And I know that when I was younger, for a long time, I wished that I was white and wished, maybe even thought that I was, and forgot that I was a woman of color. But yeah, that's why it's an internal struggle for me, because it's just like a lot of like figuring out and why things upset me and why people treat me that way. I don't know. He was treating me weird. And men are scary, and I don't know what they're going to do, because I know what they're capable of, and it's really scary. I don't know. Maybe if it was a woman saying the same thing to me, I would have been like, you're being a bitch. But because I think he was like this bigger man than me, it was like, I was like, let me just be traumatized and internalize it and take all that heat. And I don't know. I am hoping all the time that I could take the next situation and do what I wish I could do and stand up for myself and speak for myself, because these situations are only going to keep happening if I don't say something and I beat myself up for that. But at the same time, like, I don't know, dude. Like, why would you think that's cool? I was hurt. And it made me mad at myself, and I don't want to hate myself, okay? Is that too much to ask for? I don't know. I don't know what I expect you to do. I don't want you to, like, not acknowledge that I am a woman of color. Like, that's cool, because I don't want you to be like, oh, I don't see color. But, like, can we find a happy medium of, like, you not making women feel, like, targeted and weird for, like, not only being a person of color, but not being enough of a person of color, even though you are a person of color? Like, which is it? I don't know. It's just a lot. There's a lot to this shit. Even though some of you guys like wish you weren't white, like it's a lot easier. I'm just saying. No, I shouldn't say that. And I don't want to say that I like am mad at white people, but I was thinking about being mad at white people for a minute, and it was a struggle. It still is a struggle. I'm gonna be dealing with this stuff for a long time, but I don't know. I feel better about it now. I'm just like really just thinking about it. More of like matter of fact, I guess, than like how I'm feeling. I was very deep in my feelings for a minute. And I feel like I'm out of like a low right now. Okay? Okay. So yeah. Don't be mad at yourself for like, they say when something traumatic, and I don't want to say that like I was kind of traumatized in this moment, that I like froze because just of this guy just being verbally weird, okay? Verbally saying something that I didn't like, and it was probably really thoughtless to him, but to me it was kind of traumatizing, to where I was in a situation of should I fight, flight, or freeze, and I fucking froze and I fleeted the situation. And I would like to be a person who fights, but we can't make ourselves feel guilty about those things, because your body just reacts, it's okay. Let's not shame ourselves for like, don't be like me. Don't be like me. I'm just trying to share. I'm just trying to share. And I wonder if anybody else fights with themselves this much in their head about stuff like that. I don't know. I hope it's not just me and that you guys think I'm crazy. Okay. Anyway, along with being scared of men, they're just scary sometimes. Okay. And like, I there's a lot of men in my life that I love, but just know that like you guys can turn that scary thing on really quick. And like a lot of people have really scary stories of pissing off angry men and it not going so well. I'm seeing a lot of things about like the Kanye stuff of Kanye, like, trying to get his family back and like talking shit on Pete and just being weird, and everyone's like, not everyone, but some people are like praising him for loving his girl so much that he would act crazy for her and talk down on her new love and blah, 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 blah. Or they're saying that he's just doing it for like his new album, acting crazy, acting like a crazy ex. And it's just not cool, okay? Like I've been a girl who had a crazy ex who was trying to ruin everything, and it's scary. It made me feel like I couldn't say what I wanted to say or like be who I wanted to be because I'm like scared to like make some guy mad, you know? And it just like his behavior mimics the behavior of a lot of like toxic ex-boyfriends where things escalated to people getting hurt and lives being ruined, okay? So why a lot of people are mad and why I'm upset with Kanye, like I love him. I love his music. I know he's like one of the best musicians, whatever. But like that doesn't mean that you could like act this way and put your feelings on women like that. Like she's probably scared, worried for him, and she's probably feeling guilty, and she is like scared for her new boyfriend, and like he's probably like watching his back, so scared of like what him or someone that loves Kanye so much would do to him because he's like wanting his ex-wife back. Come on. This is why she doesn't want to be with you in the first place, because you won't get your stuff together, okay? I don't want to see this. I don't want to see people praising him for this either, or saying that he's doing it for his album. He's Kanye West. He does not need the clout. Really don't think he's doing it for that. You think he needs clout for his new album? Are you joking me? That's not a good point to have in this, okay? He's acting scary. He is being intrusive in her new relationship and like trying to turn people against her, saying she's like not being the best mom or like trying to break up the family when like you're acting this way. Is it okay for you to act this way? No, it reminds me so much of like this guy I used to date who was just horrible and a bully. And when he found out I was dating a new guy, he like went crazy. He was talking so much shit, and like one of his friends actually like assaulted my new boyfriend. You know, like wasn't cool. Like that's not cool at all. And it's like if this like random dude is willing to punch this new boyfriend for a friend who like is just nobody, who contributes nothing to his community, if he's willing to assault a new boyfriend for his friend, what is a fan of Kanye gonna do to Pete over this stuff he's saying he's upset about, okay? That's what I'm saying. Like it's just creating fear, creating a hostile environment. You lost your marriage, okay? Like move on. You need to act better. You need to do better for your family, okay? If anything, you're making the situation worse, and you're like giving a poor message to these dudes that look up to you, who are like, yeah, my girl just broke up with me too, and she's got a new boyfriend, and he deserves to get his ass beat, and I'm gonna send my homies after him to curb stomp his ass, you know? Like, yeah, like, I don't know. I feel, that's a very dramatized reenactment, obviously, but I feel like it could escalate to that. Or just like fans of Kanye just like going after Pete, going after Kim, making them the bad guys when he is the unhinged one, okay? He's unhinged. I get it. Yeah, he's being real in the way I really feel he feels that way, but he needs to like tighten it up a little bit because this isn't helping anybody. And it's not helping anybody. You gotta take responsibility for this, Kanye, okay? And just say you're sorry and don't do this shit anymore. That's all I'm asking for you. Okay? Because it makes me not want to watch the new documentary. And it makes me not want to listen to your next new album because it's just hitting too close to home for me, and it's triggering me as it's triggering a lot of other women too. And a lot of people that love women, okay? That don't hate on women, okay? I don't mean to be anti-man this episode, but I'm just saying, please. Let's see. What else is there to talk about? Speaking of being scared of people, I am going to my local rock shows And I'm seeing people that I know from like Instagram and the internet in general who will like talk to me in DMs and reply to my stories and like will have little conversations with me here and there. But then when I go to my local rock show, they act like they don't know me. And it's making me feel like I'm intimidating. Yeah. So I'm so cool and intimidating. No, I'm not. Why aren't you coming to talk to me? Why are you acting like you don't know me? Why don't you want to be my friend? Okay. The only reason I'm going to this local rock show is to make friends and to be social, something that's very hard for me. And you're making it harder by acting like you don't know me. So please just say hi. Okay. And at one point, someone made to me is like, Maria, maybe they're not coming to say hi to you because they've been flirting with you and they're embarrassed about it. I was not under that impression. Am I being naive? These people that I'm talking about, I didn't think they were flirting with me. I thought maybe they thought I would be a good friend. Maybe they thought I was kind of funny, you know? I didn't think it was only like, I don't know, can we forget I have tits and ass for just a second? I'm begging you. Please, I'm begging you. I just want friends, okay? And you're making me feel alienated. This isn't my turf, okay? And if you were on my turf at a local rock show on my turf, I would be friendlier to you, I think. And so yeah, don't gas me up and make me think I'm intimidating because I'm not, okay? And just say hey, because I'll say hey to you. Maybe I should start saying hey to people. Hey. It's that easy. And I'm friendly, you know? I know I talked about like not wanting to be on and stuff and how people expect me to be like friendly and when I don't want to be. In general, I am friendly. Sometimes I just have bad days. But in general, I want to talk to you and I want to be friends with you. And yeah, I didn't think that you were flirting with me. And if you thought I was flirting with you, I was not flirting with you. I think I'm either not wanting to be friendly at all or I'm overly friendly and oversharing with you. So I don't know what to tell you. I'm complaining because I want to be overly friendly and you're not accepting it. And you're acting like you don't know what's going on when I want to be your friend. So let's just calm down and I don't know. Is it like, and I'm like, am I not cool enough too? Am I not like part of the clique? Okay. And I know that I have also been, you know, an advocate for the No New Friends movement, but I don't want to be like that anymore because yeah, I don't think it's good. It's not good to be cliquey. We can make new friends. And there's so many people in the world that you will love that you haven't met yet. I saw that like on a little wholesome, inspirational meme, I guess you'd call it. Is it a meme if it's not funny? I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not intimidating. I don't think I'm too cool for anyone. So don't come out at me with that energy, but you can say hey to me if you want to. I'm not scary. If anything, I'm wondering why the fuck you're just staring at me and not saying anything. That's freaking me out. Just say, hey, what's going on? Okay. Anyway, what else? What else is something positive? I feel like I was so negative for a little bit. On a positive note, I'm exercising a lot regularly. Not in a way where I'm doing it to be skinny or anything like that. That's unhealthy, but in a way that I'm just doing it to be healthy and to keep moving and to stay right in a way that I'm just healthy and feeling good. So yeah, that's great. If you don't exercise, I encourage you to incorporate that into your lifestyle because it has been a good anxiety reliever for me. And it's a good self-care me time session for me that I love. I work out at home. I don't have the pressure of anyone staring at me or like having to deal with other people judging me for not knowing how to work equipment. I just find my own little high intensity workout on the YouTube, and I just do my thing, and I sweat in my private home. So that's nice. One thing that I am hoping for the future, a goal that I'm giving myself, is that I want to teach myself how to belly dance. And I think I could do it. I think I have good abdominal muscles, and I am willing to, I'm also willing to train those muscles to be even stronger by belly dancing. I think that'd be really fun. Just me being positive that I could do things like belly dancing, and you could do things too. It's fun to set goals for yourself and give yourself something to look forward to. Maybe something that I don't do often enough, set goals for myself. Unless it's like, well, no, I'm not even going to say that. So yeah, let's come up with some good goals for both you and both I. And let's try to do your best to stay sane, whatever that may entail. Don't be afraid to reach out to me. Don't be afraid to hit the DMs, because one of my weaknesses is replying to everybody. So yeah, I'm not intimidating. I'm just like you. Thank you. This has been Fake Therapy with Maria Womack. Bye-bye.